Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Tony and this is Tony Talks, and today Tony is going to talk about making a reaction video. Now, I am basing this on my experience with my other channel here, CS780, 14,600 subscribers, regularly, most videos pulling several thousand, others getting into the 40, 50, 60,000 bracket. So it's going well. It's going great. And a reaction channel is the quickest way to build a subscriber count. It brings its own problems, but we won't go into that today. Today we are here to see how to make a reaction video. So here's where I set up all my gear. I record audio through that mic through Pro Tools on the computer at the same time as I'm recording video with this camera. The camera gets set up to have me framed properly, sitting in that seat with a left-hand box next to me where I can put the actual reaction video I'm reacting to. Right, the first thing I do is I open my video editing software, and this I'm using Corel Video Studio Pro. This is really old. You'd want to use something like DaVinci Resolve, which is free and a really good software to use for video editing. This one I like because it was quite basic in its day and easy to get your head around. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to bring into this what's called the timeline our video. I'm bringing in my intro video that I just filmed. Drop that onto the timeline and find where I can see I start talking, which is right there. Clip that, remove that, and just play quickly. Now I can hear that, and I also want to bring in the same audio I recorded with Pro Tools, this other program here. As you can see, it's recording what I'm saying right now, but I recorded that as I filmed my intro. I use that audio rather than the audio from the camera. So I've brought it in here. Now I want to line up the two so that they're perfectly together. And I can see that I didn't start in the audio down here to about that point. So I cut this audio file, delete, slide that into place, test them together. Now this video's, the audio's ahead of the actual video. So I'll just make this a bit bigger so I can edit a bit better. We'll cut this much off the video for a test. Try it. They're both just about bang on. Just take off one frame. Delete. Play it. Now it's 2 frames ahead of the audio. Cut, delete, play. They're both lining up perfectly. Now I split the audio off the original video track, delete that, and what we're left with is a perfect rendition of my Pro Tools track lining up, my Pro Tools audio track lining up with the video track. So that slightly complicated way is how I record the video with this camera that's pointed at me, and the audio I actually want to use, which is through Pro Tools, which has better equalizer mixing qualities, a little bit of reverb if I want it. Just makes it sound a little bit better. There is a lot less complicated ways, but I just wanted to present how I record my video of my talking, what's called a talking head, and the audio, how I mix it together. Quite complicated, as you see. Right, the next stage, and we'll get on with it now, is how we work through the reaction video. So the first step I do is grabbing the reaction material off the internet that I want. And I use OBS Studio to do that. Go and download OBS Studio, great software for capturing, for screen capture. You can use any other screen capture, but OBS works really well for me. And I'll show you where we go now to go and get the information you want to react to. So we open up OBS screen capture that you've already installed. Now we're going to YouTube, and now we're going to find a video to react to. Today we'll use my one here as an example. I click on that. Now you want to be right at the start of the video. Remember, you're still screen capturing all the way, and you drag the slider back to the start. Make sure you're on full high definition and just hit start on the video and let it play right through to the end of the video. I'm going to drag the timeline to the end of this video because we're not going to go all the way through that. Here we are up at the end of the video, and so, you know, you're happy you've hit the end. Then you close it out of that video, close out of it, and go back to your OBS and hit stop there on the screen capture. So next what we want to do is come back and find that video we just recorded. Right click on it. Now we're going to edit this with software called Clipchamp is what I use. We're going to edit that video that we just recorded off YouTube with our screen capture. So I drag this into Microsoft Clipchamp. It's free software. Go and download it. And now I edit it here. So let's just play it. This is something I previously recorded. Here we go. So we don't want any of this. We only want when we get to the video where it starts playing, because that's what we're going to react to. So just wait while I bring it up. Here we go. So let's say, now I'm going to make that full screen. Right there is our start point. So we just want to take it back a little bit, right there. On that frame there is where we want to start. So see how that's lined up in Clipchamp. We go clip, right click on that bit, delete. Left click on that, hold, drag over. That's the start of our timeline. Now we just scrub through, holding the timeline. We can see that's all our video. This is my music original. That we want to react to. We take it right up to the end. Here's where I exited out of it. Say that's the end of a video, about say right there. Cut again. Right click on that bit, delete. Now we're going to export this as the proper video we want to react to. So we hit 1080p, and here we are. It's quickly mixing this down. Final video is a MP4 video for us. So it's going through that video. We just watch while it rips through it. And there we go. And it's exported it to your, where you say you're going to put it, but mostly that'll be in your downloads, which is where it's just put it right there. And if I clicked on that, now we've got a perfect, the actual video we want to react to from start to the very finish. So now we'll go to the next stage. Right, the next stage is to capture your own reaction to the video that we just made. Now what we're going to do, as I say, we're going to set up that camera. We can start recording, and then we're going to record my reaction to the video. Then we're going to bring them all together. Right, so the first start, here on the timeline, you'll see I have my already pre-recorded intro that I drop on the timeline. That runs through its intro into my main video. Now, over here, on this track, is me reacting, and the audio down the bottom lining up with that in that process I talked about just before. Right, here in this section is a still photo. It's just here purely. I can size that here. I've dropped it down here on this track under the main video track. See, it's down here, and I can size that where I want. And now I just scrub through the video a bit, just as all my preamble before they're starting the reaction. And scrub through a bit more, and this is where I go, let's rock. And I start my video from here. Here's the video lined up, which now starts in the same as dropped on the second track, and it's the same edited video from earlier on that we were going to react to. Above is my actual reaction to it, and down the bottom is my lined up audio. So then we click on project, start the project, let the whole thing play together. There's me and the resized video I'm reacting to. I'm reacting away to the Mission Souls here, doing their cover of the song Crazy Train by Alice Cooper. So part way through, I'll just go to the section where it is. And part way through the video, we have this section right here. I'll just pull this timeline up to it. Right here, where I snipped. I stopped the video and I replaced it with a still while I talked about something within the video that you can see I've stopped it there. And I'm talking about something in the video that had happened, and I wanted to explore in depth more. And just talk all about what it was, etc. Now, if we take the timeline a bit further, I will have restarted a bit further on. Right to here, and you can see me go, let's rock. I'll play that. Let's rock. And so the video carries on playing from there, and then at this point, if I go right to the very end, video ends, and I then talk about my feelings on the video, what I think about it, just add a little bit more for detail. And right on the very end, I bring back in my intro write out bit of footage here that is part of my CS780 intro and write out. And that in essence is it. It's quite complicated, the audio that I'm doing. There is a much simpler way using DaVinci Resolve or even the OBS screen capture to be able to do all of it in the one software in one hit. But this is how I have done it, and really the process is pretty quick to me. Whichever way, whatever way you use, essentially you're going to end up with the same format. A video where you're in the bulk of it and the little box is the box of what it is you're reacting to. You can have it the other way around. You can make the reaction big and a little box of you reacting to it. I like to have it the other way round, essentially. I really hope this has helped, and that you've worked your way through it. Just stop and go back again, as we all do with YouTube. Let me know if you'd like some more in-depth analysis. I'm going to try and do a video how to set up OBS, how to set up Clipchamp, and when I figure it out, how to use OBS to do a one-take screen capture and reaction at the same time. Thanks, guys. See you again in the next video.